Hello, this is Lyndhurst. It's a one-way street. Unfortunately, we don't go down it. Otherwise, it's and it's not dark. It's quite pretty, Lyndhurst. With the Christmas lights up.
Which way to go?
Oh God!
Just go.
Go on in. Yeah, that's me. Not sure how long this mount is going to last. In fact, the mount's pretty shit.
I'd rather have one that goes on here rather than the window.
Yeah, nothing to stick it to on here though.
Or you can get those ones that go in the grill.
Yeah, they're rubbish.
Are they?
Then I wouldn't be able to record.
No. I'm thinking about from my car.
Oh, your car. Well, it's a beautiful day today, but there's a bit of a breeze, so it's a bit nippy. So like I said, this is Lyndhurst. We're going to go a slightly different way back. We're going to go past what's that tree place? Arbor what? Arboretum. And what are the two big trees? We call them daisies trees.
I think they're redwoods.
Redwoods. There's two massive redwoods which have a significant meaning, which I might talk about. All the traffic. Look, and this is what it's like in the winter. You imagine this in the summer. Because Lyndhurst is a real touristy town. This queues up for miles. So it's just ridiculous. Mental.
They could do with the bypass. They won't do it.
They won't do it because it's in the forest. So I'm just going to leave you on for a few minutes now. Don't know how much you'll see with the sun coming through though. That's be a good test for the camera. But we'll be turning left in a bit. We'll be going past a big hotel, Rhinefield Hotel, which is, well, I don't think it's famous for anything in particular, is it?
No.
You had your wedding reception, didn't you?
Number one.
Number one marriage. And I went to a mate's 40th birthday in there. And got that pissed, I slept on the floor. I didn't even make it to my bed.
In the room though?
Yeah, well, yeah, in the room.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if you had made it to the room.
It was a stately home beforehand.
Was it?
Yeah, it was owned by, I can't remember, it was owned by this couple, and one of the rooms is all done out in Middle Eastern style, with all the jewels and all the rest of it. And they did, because they spent a little bit of time out there.
Is it Moroccan?
Yeah, it was either Moroccan or Iranian or something like that. I think it's Iranian. It's Middle East. Spent a bloody fortune that day. Is it? Yeah.
Is that when the waitress told you you'd had enough?
Yeah. I asked for another beer, and they asked me if I was sure. I was definitely sure. There you go, left in. So this is really pretty through here. Oh, good. What are you doing? Oh, look, one knobber. He could have let him go, but.
So this is called Rhinefield Drive.
Rhinefield Drive. Really, really pretty. Rhinefield Ornamental
Drive. It's got all different types of trees.
Does get a bit narrow.
Oh.
It is beautiful down through here. And this is another way that I can go home from work. And there isn't a lot in it, so I could come down here quite easily. Remember when we come down in a motorbike, sidecar?
Yes, I do.
I kept putting you in the ditch.
Yes, you did. And then you couldn't get me out, so I had to stay in there. Tree down.
That's been down for
Oh, is it?
years, yeah. It's beautiful with the sun.
Haven't been here for a while, have we?
No, not for a little while.
We need to go and write Whisker's name back on his stone.
Yes.
Oh,
So-
look at that.
So there is a reason why this place is quite special. For not only for obvious reasons, but well, I don't know. Do you want to say?
No, you
Oh,
It
that's just there to my right. You can't see it. We'll have to come up and show. Kira lost a daughter at birth, and the daughter's ashes are scattered up there. So obviously, there's a bench there in memory of her. So we go up on a regular basis.
clean her plaque.
Yeah. And also we laid a stone up there for the cat, because he's up there as well.
Well, he's not up.
Well,
there.
he's not up there, is he? No.
No.
He ended up just going to the vets and being chucked in a bin, but
Oh, he did not.
he's
Don't say that. Oh, that makes me feel like I should have brought him home.
But yeah, no, it's a special place around here, and it is beautiful. Truly is spectacular. One of the best bits of the forest. But unfortunately, also one of the busiest.
Yeah.
You know, even on a winter's day, there's always people around. Whoa, get over, get over, get over, get over.
So that's why we call them Daisy's trees.
That's why, yeah, that's why we call them Daisy's trees. So Rhinefield Hotel is in there.
Did you know I was never going to call her Daisy?
No?
She was supposed to be Harriet.
No, okay.
Harriet Daisy.
So this brings us out to ooh. Blimey.
That's a nice view of Rhinefield. I can't see it.
No, you can't see it.
We should go there for dinner one day.
Yeah,
Well, I know I got my first wedding was there, but it's not a special
not a
place.
special place.
It's not a special place.
We have this thing where if you go somewhere, because I mean sometimes you go places, don't you, and you go, oh, that was really nice, but then you go with someone different, because I'm on wife number 3 and Kira's on husband number 2, so you know, and we're not youngsters, so we've obviously, we've travelled around quite a bit, and you go to places and you go, I'd really like to go back there, so it's a nice place, so we have been back to several places, haven't we?
Yeah.
But we always joke, but it wasn't a special place.
And quite often we forget which husband or which wife we went to places
No,
with.
you forget.
No, you forget as
No,
well.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
I remember all my wives, blimey. So now we're in the open forest.
I'm the best one so far, though, aren't I?
So far, yeah. Get over. Get over.
That's where we had picnic from Mum's 70th.
Yeah, that's right.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely stunning.
Are you going to go 7 Bends way, or are you going to go through the water splash?
Oh, I'll probably go 7 Bends. I doubt if there'd be much water there. Bloody rubbish. I just love the colours of the forest this time of year.
West.
I was saying that, I know we had that storm recently, didn't we? But there are still some leaves on the trees. Not many, but they haven't all come off yet. And we're December. So as he's coming into Brockenhurst now.
I saw a house for sale in Brockenhurst a couple of days ago.
Yeah,
3-bedroom, tiny, ugly bungalow.
yeah.
Guess how much it was?
475.
775.
775.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It was a. Oh look!
Oh,
Oh, it's a log. I thought it was a horse sat down. These sunglasses are my old prescription. Yeah, 775 was mad. And the house probably had less square footage than the house we're in now.
yeah. I've never been in there. Have you ever been in there?
Yeah, the day after wedding number 1. We
Oh,
went there
right.
for lunch.
Is that your special
No,
place
that's
as
not
well?
a special place.
Look, people everywhere. It's too peoply. See if there's any water in the water splash. I don't think so. No.
No. Isaac was christened.
I can't see nothing there, can you?
I've seen any horses.
I've seen a few.
Do they not put the Highland cattle out anymore? I haven't seen them in ages.
No, I haven't seen, but I haven't been through the forest really. Don't come through the forest that often, not even it's on me doorstep.
Did when you were cycling.
Yeah, when I was cycling. So that's at the other side of Brockenhurst now. So once I get up to Waverley Plain, I'll probably turn you off. Go on. We have priority.
So pretty, isn't it?
Beautiful.
We need another dog.
Yeah, I'm working. The other original dog was a pain in the arse. Didn't have time for that one.
Yeah, I know, but it seems to be the animals that I choose go a bit wrong.
Yeah,
Maybe you should choose them.
maybe I should.
Seem to go for animals that have slight mental issues.
Yeah. I can't. Where did that worm go? Did you pick the worm up?
I thought I picked it up because it was half dead, half alive.
Yeah.
So the poor thing couldn't move. So I scooped it up with some kitchen roll, and then I hoofed it threw it over the fence. But unfortunately, Milo was coming along the fence at the time, and he jumped down and ran after it again. So I don't know whether it may well be back in the house again.
The cat decided to bring in a stick, which was nearly a foot long. I don't know how he got it through the cat flap. And a worm. Well, as long as you don't bring rats in.
Yeah. I've had a few live rats.
We have had a few live rats in the house.
Since when the Christmas tree's still up, right?
With the what? Oh yeah.
Christmas seems to be taking.
Yeah, he was paying close attention to the Christmas tree. He hadn't done anything to it for over a week. It's been up a week now. But he decided just before we were leaving that he was going to start beating it about. So this is climbing up to the top of Waverley Plain. Don't know how much you can see because the sun's right in our eyes. Supposed to be a dog in car park up here.
Really?
Yeah, apparently so. Call him?
No. Oh, that is nice.
Yeah.
Behind it, I see. And you can actually see Rhinefield, the house from up here.
Yeah, it's down there somewhere, isn't it?
that's
Yeah.
the point, you can see it.
So this is Waverley Plain. There's the horses. Is it horses? Yeah.
Horses.
Yeah. There's a lot of them all together, look.
I know. Oh, furry.
Get away.
Don't go near them, you numbnuts. I'll kick you.
Kick or bite. So the whole thing about the horses is that they're wild animals. They're not, you know, they're not
They're owned.
they're owned, yeah. They're owned, they're all owned,
Very common.
but they are wild animals. And people think it's a good idea to feed them,
Which is a really bad idea.
which is a really bad idea
It
because
makes us very angry.
there's a number of reasons behind it. So you think you're doing them a favour, but you're not, because what tends to happen is it's the leader of the herd, the dominant ones, that get fed, which means the weaker ones or the smaller ones or the ones that don't get fed. And the reason why they don't get fed, because the dominant ones are in there first. But then, once all the tourists have gone home, the leader of the herd doesn't take his herd off to the pastures to get fed, because he's full. Why would he bother? Or why should she bother? So they don't. Which means the littler ones, and the ones that need the food, don't get any. So,
that's one reason.
that's one reason.
The other reason is it encourages them to come near the roads.
And it does encourage them to come near the roads, like this.
This one.
Though most have road sense, but not always. Never trust.
No,
Never trust them.
and the other reason is that it's dangerous because they will bite.
Yeah, they bite and they kick because they're bold, you know?
Especially if it's a mother with a foal.
Yeah, people are just
Do you remember that woman that got kicked in the, when we were in the
on the campsite. Yeah.
Missed her kid's head by inches.
Inches, yeah.
She got whacked in the arse.
So that is about it. We're nearly home. We got to go into Tesco's. We're going to go into Tesco's. There's Goat Boy's working in there now. He had his first shift in Tesco's last night, and he spent 5 hours unpacking cheese. Oh dear.
You're not allowed to call him Goat Boy.
Yeah. So we're going to go into, because he's working again today, so we're going to go in there and make nuisance of ourselves.
He was so grouchy this morning.
He was really unhappy, wasn't he?
Had to be at work at 10. It was too early.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna. The real world is becoming a shock to him.
Well, he's got a not girlfriend now, hasn't he?
Oh, he's got a girlfriend, but she's not his girlfriend. I don't know. Kids
They
today.
haven't labelled it.
Yeah, they can't label it.
From what he was saying the other night, it's quite happy for you to meet her because you know how to behave.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I don't know where he gets that from.
Yeah, exactly. But the likelihood of me embarrassing him is extraordinarily high, so
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
allowed.
Look at that sun. Looks good on camera, but
Next to the rising sun.
next to the rising sun, I suppose it would get the rising sun because it's setting at the moment over there. It would get the sun rising up straight
I
away.
haven't been there for a long time.
No. Used to do quite good food,
They
but
did nice pies.
I don't know what it's like these days.
You should try it. Now, I'm hungry.
Yeah. It's quite busy. So this is coming into Bashley. And we're about 2 minutes from home. 5 minutes from home, max.
Yeah.
Not that we're going home, we're going to Tesco's. So I'm going to turn you off now because I've dribbled on for 23 minutes. And you can't really see too much, I don't think. I don't know.
Just get all that Costco stuff in the house.
Yeah, well, I can't remember what else we bought.
£250 worth.
250 quid worth. I've got some socks.
Got panettone.
Panettone, dry roasted peanuts,
A very large bottle of rosé.
big pack of mints,
Yeah. Steaks.
steaks,
Coffee. Coffee mate.
coffee and coffee mate.
Toilet rolls.
Oh yeah, big thing of toilet rolls, in case the world ends. But we do get through them, you know, so makes sense.
Yeah. It's just where to store all the stuff that you can struggle with.
Bought some cookies,
Oh yeah. Batteries.
batteries.
A couple of meals that they've made, like that
Oh, yeah.
korma, and we bought the enchilada things. The freezer.
And separate to that 250 quid, I spent £99 on diesel. Because that was 151 there in that garage,
Yeah.
which is where I normally fill up, or used to. But I've started buying it from Costco because it was only 144. And even at 144, I only got 66 litres. That only got me just up to over 3/4 of a tank. Now, I don't know what the size tank of this is, but fucking mammoth.
Do they know what you call your car? What a name is?
No. I call this, we've got the ML350. And I don't know, what was it called? Something, named her after a...
I don't know.
Yeah, no, but what was the name of the TV programme? Killing Eve.
Killing Eve.
Don't know if you watched Killing Eve. But there was a Russian psychopathic girl on there. Assassin. And I named her after the character Villanelle, because the car's not temperamental, but she is opening the boot.
Yeah.
And she does, yeah. So she's called. So the Merc is called Villanelle. Which I think is an apt name for her, for the car.
She's a bit arsey sometimes, isn't she?
Yeah, we had to do some. We had to spend a little bit of money on her to start off with, didn't we?
Oh God, yeah.
Don't mention them because they'll end up. We've still got one to go. What's going on here? I've done what I normally do and say, "Oh yeah, I'm going there," and then talk on for another fucking 10 minutes.
Is that another care home?
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake. Well, they're saying
Because
that.
we need a lot of care homes around here.
Yeah.
Because it's full of old people.
Their parents live apart. Oh, he's happy.
He looked very happy, didn't he?
Did he ever think of beer in his
He
hand?
did, yeah.
Oh.
Used to be a butcher's in there.
Yeah. He was just dropping it as well.
Oh, I never went in there.
Husband number one went in to get something. He was even do it.
They just closed up, didn't they?
Not surprised.
Yeah, I think he retired or something. So, New Milton by daylight. See some fucking horrors through here now. KFC still building, doing a hole in the wall.
Did I tell you Mum's going to get surgery in her spine?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Spoke to the surgeon on Thursday, I think it was, and he agreed that surgery needs to be done.
Oh, that's it. When's she having that done?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
After Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they're cooking Christmas dinner for us.
No, I think it's fine, darling, that you are.
Oh. Is that the plan?
I'll peel the veg.
Don't step out. So, you've seen all this. We're going into Tesco's. Nothing to see here. So, speak to you all later.